MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
Vehicles are sold, rented, and shared every day, and you may not realize cars indefinitely store all of your personal information, things like your home address, and even in some cases, your garage door code, call logs, full text messages, and even your contacts. Not deleting this personal private information can have serious consequences. For instance, privacy issues usually become financial issues.
Some cars will collect data, and then this data ends up being sold to data brokers, typically for a few cents. And then this data ends up in the hands of insurance companies, and they'll see how you drive. And based on that, they may decide to raise your insurance rate or not insure you at all. And most consumers have no idea that this is happening in the first place.
Andrea Amico founded Privacy for Cars 8 years ago to protect consumers. He says at its worst, car privacy issues can also lead to violence.
Abusive spouses use data from cars to stalk, harass, and even physically harm their victims. And fortunately, we start to see some states act, like California just passed a law to start to have some minimum protections. The Federal Communication Commission is looking into this issue, but a lot more progress is required.
Consumers may discover they can't control if and how data from their cars will be sold or shared. That's because too many companies only do the bare minimum under the law, and several states lack privacy protections for vehicles.
So what people don't realize is that when they buy their car or they rent a car, as part of that agreement, not only they're writing a check, but they're also agreeing for their data to be collected and used for essentially anything.
That's pretty unsettling, and that's what prompted Amico to act.
I used to inspect cars in my old company, and I came across a lot of data of people. And I started asking people in the industry, do you know that this is happening? Where is this data going? And nobody seemed to be having good answers, so that's when I thought to decide to do something about it.
He says two critical moments are when you purchase a vehicle and when you are selling it. Here's how you can protect yourself. Be informed, know what your vehicle is capable of, and then decide if you want to opt out of certain data collection. Delete all of your personal private data when you sell your car. If you don't know how to do it, there are resources out there. Here are some suggestions. Look in the vehicle's manual. Call the manufacturer for help. Search online for video tutorials. Download the Privacy for Cars app, which will walk you through the process step by step for your specific make and model. If it seems too overwhelming to do yourself, then ask your dealership to delete all of your personal data when you sell your car. However, it's smart to look over their shoulder to make sure it's done. And it's important to remember the same processes apply when you return a rental car.
Our mission is driving privacy, which is a little bit tongue-in-cheek. But the idea is, if you buy your car, you should be in control of your data. You should decide where it goes, how it's used, and to make sure that the data is protected throughout the life cycle of the car.
Still, when you turn in that key fob, it's up to you to make sure your privacy doesn't go along with it.
The MotorWeek app, which includes our latest reviews and feature stories, is now available for mobile devices.